Let's talk underrated Jets players.
No huddle, Wilson end zone, caught, touchdown, Elijah Moore.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to Talking Jets with Tigo. My name is Tigo, and today we're going to talk about my 5 underrated Jets players that are currently on the roster that might make a splash this year that nobody's talking about. Before we get into my 5 players, I wanted to quickly say thank you guys for all of the support and subscribing and doing everything with the channel. I really do appreciate it. We just hit 500 subscribers yesterday, and I did the giveaway and announced it on Twitter, the winner on Twitter. I really appreciate everybody who stopped by and hit the subscribe button and everything like that. The channel is growing at an exponentially quick rate, and we're already on our way to 1,000 and marching our way there. There will be a 1,000 subscriber giveaway and a special 1,000 subscriber stream where I'll be doing the giveaways. Yes, plural, giveaways. So keep an eye out for that. Also, tomorrow, keep an eye out on Twitter and on the community section for YouTube. I will be doing an announcement for a brand new schedule segment show, but keep your ears and eyes open for that. Really excited to talk about that. Let's talk about underrated Jets players. So I have 2 guys on the offensive side of the ball that I'm going to combine together because I feel like their stories are kind of similar in the sense of what they're going to bring, and then 3 guys on the defensive side of the ball that I really think are going to have an impact on the team. So let's start on the offense. The 2 guys that I think on the offense that you got to keep an eye out are 2 undrafted free agent wide receivers. Irvin Charles out of Indiana University of Pennsylvania and Kashan Abram out of Kent State. These are 2 big body contested receivers that have a rare combination of size and speed. Irvin Charles is 6'4", 220, while Kashan Abram is 6'2", 200. They're big boys, and they were doing impressive things at the tryouts, and so they got roster spots. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't really ever want to see Jeff Smith or Tariq Black on the field again. I think DJ Montgomery already got waived. And I would much rather give these undrafted free agents a shot if one of our starting 5 receivers goes down for whatever reason, right? Injuries always happen, and it's always something to be expected. But these guys are guys that are really big, really athletic, and really good contested catch guys. And right now we have Corey Davis and Denzel Mims, but we don't know necessarily what we're going to get out of Denzel Mims yet. I have hope that he's going to come in and do good things, but last year, every single wide receiver in the starting 5, outside of Garrett Wilson because he's brand new, missed time due to injury. And I look at a guy like Irvin Charles and Kashan Abram with guys with chips on their shoulders and really want to prove that they belong in the NFL. Kashan Abrams, for me, is my favorite of the 2, and that's just because he's played more football. I had a hard time trying to figure out what's going on with Irvin Charles, what happened between Penn State and IUP, because it seemed like he kind of just took 2 years off of football. But I don't know. I haven't been able to find anything. There's no articles or reports or anything like that on him. So something to keep an eye on. But Kashan Abram, he's a JUCO kid. He actually went to the same university as Jermaine Johnson, can come into this system. And I think as a wide receiver 6 or 7, which is I think right where he's going to be, he's an interesting player to keep an eye on. But those are my 2 guys on the offensive side of the ball. Let's go over to the defensive side of the ball. It's 3 players, an edge rusher, a defensive interior, and a linebacker. Let's start with the linebacker, and he was last year's 6th-round pick. Hamza Nasraldini was picked 186 for the New York Jets. And Hamza is one of those players that I think he fell down draft boards last year, and he was only taken in the 6th round because he has an injury concern to him. And he didn't squash that when he came to the Jets. He was hurt really early when he came to the Jets. Now, the thing with Hamza is that he excels at certain things when it comes to being successful on the football side of the field. He's a high character guy. He's a great locker room presence. There's stories about him when he was at Florida State about like when he only played those 2 games in his last season, that he was with the team every practice. He went to every game and he had the headset on and he kind of acted as like another coach and really trying to help his team win. And you love to see that out of your players, right? But also when he was on the field, he was an incredibly productive player. Now remember, he played safety at Florida State, but he's incredibly elusive when he plays in the box. He can move laterally really, really well. He's got a relatively decent read and react skill set. The real problem is that he can't stay on the field. Now, the other problem with his game is that he's not a great tackler. You'd love to see him improve on that skill, but like he's got all of the raw athletics that you want out of a linebacker safety to come in and not only play coverage, but also play the run. At 6'3", 215, and the way that he moves and the tape that we saw at Florida State, if Hamza can stay healthy, this is a really, really good addition to the linebacker room that people aren't talking about. And it's hard to believe in Hamza because of the injury concern. But me, the ever optimist, is going to believe in our guys. So there's that. Next person on my list is the other 6th round pick from last year, and that's Jonathan Marshall, defensive tackle out of Arkansas. Now, the one concern about Jonathan Marshall is that he kind of plays a very similar role to what Jonathan Franklin Myers and Solomon Thomas already bring to the system, in the sense of like he kind of is a pass rush only guy. He only has 1 year of production at Arkansas because he only played in his last year. And he's not very effective in the run. Now, I'm not saying that JFM and Solomon Thomas aren't effective in the run. I actually think that they are. But he's at 6'3", 310, he's not big enough to be a two-down back to really come into the middle of the field and be a run stuffer. But he's also not slender enough and quick enough to really be out on the edge. I'm hoping that over this offseason he had partnered up with the Jets nutrition staff and coaching staff and strength and conditioning staff to really pack on an extra 20 pounds and really kind of fill that role of the interior of the offensive line, really kind of try to take Foley's job. Yeah, we've got Nathan Shepard who kind of fills that role right now, but I would like to see less of Nathan Shepard and more of Jonathan Marshall, because we took and we used a pick on you, right? And so I would love to see what he can turn out. And this is one of those names that I'm definitely going to be looking at minicamp and OTAs and all of those things to see what he's doing. What's his level of production? And last but not least is one player that really no one is talking about, and I don't know why. I think he's one of our most underrated signings that we brought into during our free agency period, and that's Jacob Martin, the defensive end from Houston, the Texans. He actually went to Temple for college. This is another 6th round pick. He was picked by Seattle in 2018 at pick 186. Now, Jacob Martin is young. He's 26 years old. I believe he'll be 26 when the season starts. I am actually older than Jacob Martin. I just saw that his birthday is 12/11 by like a month. That's cool to know. He's in the NFL, and I'm making YouTube videos. But Jacob Martin is one of those guys that I actually asked my Texans friend to give me an elevator pitch on Jacob Martin. And he said, Jacob Martin is a player that he had the highest motor on that Houston Texans defensive line. And he never understood why Jacob Martin didn't get more reps in the run game, because he absolutely thinks that Jacob Martin could be a true 3-down back. Now, the good thing for the Jets here is that we're not looking for a 3-down back, or not a 3-down back, a 3-down edge, because that's not the system we play. We rotate our guys at an incredible rate, and if Jacob Martin can be a 3rd-down specialist and just get in the backfield, and if you watch Jacob Martin tape from last year in Houston, that's what he did. He just always seemed to be, when he was on the field, working harder than anybody else on the defensive line, and he just was in the backfield all of the time. So again, when you look at this team, when you look at the players that we've brought in and the things that we've got, Jacob Martin is my number one guy. He is totally underrated on the New York Jets. Keep an eye out for him, because I think he can do really, really good things in a rotational role on that defensive line. Let me know what you guys think. Like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button and hit that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm share the video, but also gets us marching towards the 1,000 subscriber special. I'm really, really excited for that. I can't believe how quickly the channel has grown. And last but not least, go Jets.